Right, golfers, I want to show you why this drill here is helping people hit the ball a whole lot straighter. And then in turn, a little bit longer, but you wouldn't relate this to distance. You would get longer by hitting straighter shots more consistently with less curvature. You don't need to feel like going faster or hitting it harder, but you are going to control the path the club is traveling along, which in turn then might help you control the face, because they're so kind of intrinsically linked, how the face and the path move in relationship to each other. So we're going to get you swinging more in a direction you'd want the ball to go. Hopefully then the face will marry up to that and you're going to hit straight shots with less curvature, which then leads to more distance. This works with iron, drivers, any club. I would do it with an iron, medium iron, to kick you off, because it's not that easy. So if we establish a very clear link, which we do through measured data of people swinging on things like gears and marked ball 3D systems, where we can see the way people are tilting and turning, shoulders, hips, different segments of their body. If we can link up how you rotate your shoulders and the angle you rotate them on, so the amount of tilt as they turn will severely influence the path of the club, then this drill is going to get you rethinking how you move your body. Because the common practice with lots of amateur golfers is to hit what we call out to in, suffering from weak slices, pulls as well. One of the standout issues with shoulder turn on the way through is pros are very tilted as they come through with their shoulders. Amateurs tend to be very level rotating, and it's that movement that encourages this out to in path. So we need to get you understanding how to try and tilt your shoulders better on the way down and then through to try and push this club more down towards your target line. Remember, it's always doing a curve, it's not going straight, but it's going to curve more out to the ball rather than curving way left and maybe giving your pass a chance to slice the ball or pull it. Just add curvature or hit it a long way offline. So what we're going to do, it's really simple. You can do it as a practice swing to kick you off. I'm going to address this ball, but I'm not going to hit it just yet. You can hit the ball doing this drill as well, but it's hard. I'm going to just set myself 2 foot in front of the ball with the club head up in the air into like a follow through position. So my handle's towards my lead thigh, so I'm not out here. I've let that club come forward of me from this 2D image. It's up in the air, you know, where it'll get to, because it's bottomed out and it's coming out. Now what I'm going to do is make sure I'm tilting my shoulders. So trail shoulder, my right, is kind of down over my trail foot as I look down in perspective, rather than if I was level shouldered here, I can't even see my trail foot. This is coming over out towards the ball a lot more. So you could even put a club on your chest if you want to just imagine it at the start. So you're going to try and get here more. So almost feel like the head of the club. So if I start with the head of the club pointing up at the sky, rotate, I'm kind of trying to get this club to point more down towards the target through my tilts. If I was to come this way, the face is still pointing over there, out to in, face open to pass. See where that leads? So your shoulders is really going to dictate the path the chances of you swinging that club on a better path. There's other moving parts, obviously. So this preset drill, trail shoulder down, lead shoulder up, straightening up through lead leg, hips have opened up, shoulders are square to slightly open. Now from here, what I'm going to do is swing back and try and get into that position again and through it. So I'm absolutely trying to recreate that feeling that I put in there from the beginning. And for lots of golfers, that's the trick. It's that recreation of a feeling. You've got to give them, somehow hand them the feeling, because it's abstract. They've never felt this before. They're happy turning their shoulders quite level. That's what they do. And for most people, they don't even know they're doing that. So giving them this feeling in this preset drill and then getting them to move through it helps them then find it in the dynamic movement as they come down and try and hit the shot. Now you can hit balls doing it this way, so I'm going to address the ball. Don't expect great shots, but it is quite good sometimes to put it into a shot just to make it feel more realistic. It's not about hitting better shots as you do the drill. The drill would be something you do before you hit your shot. So I'm going to start from here and then I'm going to just pull back and then try and hit my shot, which I've hit not too bad, to be fair. Because I'm coming through this way anyway, this drill doesn't feel that crazy. Like, it feels like I could do it. You just got to remember when you pull the club back that you do have to go over the ball. Some people sometimes just knock the ball back. You've got to make sure you are coming over the ball as you pull it back. As soon as you get golfers feeling that they're controlling path with the way they're turning, so level shoulders to more tilted shoulders, and get them away from trying to manipulate path so much just with club, which is why we see loads of rolling and droppings or standing ups where they get in these messes. Often people straighten up their path, and what they say to you is, that's crazy, I've been working on club path for years and I've, you know, tried to physically move path and I've never been able to. Now, like within 1 or 2 shots of doing this drill, people are like, oh my God, my club path, we measure it on GC quad, it's like straight, less out to in. If they were 7 out to in, it's only 2 out to in, which is going to hit a very functional shape shot. They're like, oh my God, I'm not even thinking of path, but I'm fixing path. And they're the best fixes. The more you can make your straight shots a product of, rather than a forced agenda so much, so a product of you making a movement that feels quite natural, opposed to at the moment it's going to feel quite unnatural. And a good way of making it to feel the contrast between the two ideas, just put the club out in front of you, but this time level your shoulders up. So they're basically level and pointing a long way left rather than this way, level them up. And then do your swing and get back into that position. You're going to feel how much more that feels like it's going this way compared to the same start position with the club and hips, but shoulders tilting back. So you're now right shoulder way down, trail shoulder, and trying to get back into that position. Your path's going to absolutely transform. And I would be doing this in practice swings before I hit shots. So I would be kind of putting it in there away from the ball as my practice swing, and then working that feeling basically in to my shot when the ball comes into play. Let me know if this helps. It's transforming so many golfers' swings. If you want to work out how to move your path a bit more, this video's got way more on this idea, and it'll help you maybe a bit more with your driver as well.